Hey, it's Mr. Johns. Welcome to this edition of Lego Mountain Downhill Diecast Raceway. Just wanted to do a quick update because after deciding to make this into a Lego raceway, not just a Hot Wheels raceway, I made some progress and really excited to add the Legos. I think it's going to work. What I worked on today, at first I was thinking maybe I would make some kind of mountain terrain. So I layered the Lego pieces and used a couple different colors. I'm no expert on mountain building. Some people can make it look like a real mountain, but this is what I was originally going for. And then I thought, I need to tear up the track once again, a little bit of hot glue. So I pull it up, scrape it off the wood, and I realize I should have some gray plates, base plates down, if I'm going to make it look like a Lego raceway. And ironically, the base plates almost fit perfectly. I decided to leave just about a quarter inch all the way around, well, on both sides, down the track. So I hot glued each corner just so it didn't move around. And then I decided about 8 o'clock at night on a Sunday, like, let's go ahead and see what it would look like to put one of my buildings on the layout. And I think with pretty good results. I first decided that it needed to be level because when you build a house, let's say San Francisco, a neighborhood on a steep street, those houses are still plumb, which means exactly up, right, straight up and down, and level. So level is this way. So just because the street is sloped doesn't mean the house will be sloped, because you'd be walking crooked. Everything would be sliding off your tables all the time. So what I decided to do was do kind of a foundation, and nothing crazy, but just I had to figure out the height on the left side here. And so I just stacked bricks until the house was fairly level. I didn't break out a level or anything. It looks level. And it took a little bit of doing. One of the problems is that I didn't build for this, so that the shelf that the track is on is about, I'd say 5 inches too narrow. So the back 5 inches of this house, which you'll see in a second here, there's lights on with the lights off in the shed, so you can see how that looks. And I'll get back to the size in a second. Kind of a close-up of people walking inside the restaurant and people sitting eating outside the restaurant. And this is a side view. So here's what I'm talking about. You can see there's about 4 or 5 inches hanging off the shelf, and that makes me a little bit nervous. And you can see there's stairway. Here's a waiter coming down the stairs and a client up at a table eating something. There's a nice little balcony kind of seating area around back. So another shot of a lady who just arrived on her scooter, and all she wanted was a croissant. So this is Chez Albert. It's French. The House of Albert. That's a French restaurant. So let me get back to, because I think got ahead of myself a little bit. I decided to anchor the sidewalks, and so I built up some extra pieces on the left until it would anchor to some other Lego pieces. So I'm tying in the sidewalk to these pieces here on the left, which will anchor it down and keep it from sliding around or sliding off. So I have to picture Hot Wheels cars crashing into and maybe through this patio area, which would be pretty exciting. And then on the right side, I just had a 1x2, so that is one thick by 2 wide, and I snapped it down to the base plate. So the bottom of these houses don't have the circles, the holes to snap into anything. They're almost flat. So you can't attach the base plate. You have to build up to it and then attach from the top, if that makes sense. And so uh, pretty happy with this. I'm not going to worry too much about it hanging off the backside. Um, it may just look like, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to look like. I may have to add um, a little bit of shelving or a piece of wood or something if it looks stupid. But I think I can make it strong enough where it won't fall off the back. I mean, uh, most of the building, I'd say about 60% of the building, no more than that, maybe 65-70% of the building is on the shelf. And now it's anchored down with Lego pieces. And I'll probably super glue those. I just want to make sure um, that it doesn't fall off. So let me get back to this. Changed my mind on the mountain terrain, decided just to use some, like a railing, I mean, I want this to look like a Lego mountain raceway, right? So I hot glued strips, basically 1 by whatevers, 1 by 6s, 1 by 8s, 1 by 10s, sorry, 2 by 6, 2 by 8. No, that's not right. It's still called a 2 by 6. No, it's a 2 wide. Yeah, so 2 by 6, 2 by 8, 2 by 10. So they're too thick, and that's how many bumps are on them and how many bumps wide or long. And I hot glued one strip all along the wood to hide the wood, and then I added like a railing up and a railing down, and I like that. And just on the front, it hides the kind of the ugly gap underneath, between the wood and the road, because I didn't paint this section. I realized I should have painted the wood black, and I didn't. So, and that would have been okay. But I like this clean look, and I think it's going to be great. You can also, I just hot glued some flat plates, base plates around my wood support structures, and it looks great. It kind of looks like a freeway overpass, and you can see the Disney castle right there underneath. And I think what I'm going to do is, and I ran to the store today, at Walmart you can buy non-brand Lego bases, and they went up in price, unfortunately, like everything else, but they're about $8 a base plate. And now I'm not sure how much cheaper that is, but it used to be quite a bit cheaper than the official Lego plates. And they're a little bit thinner, but that's about it. I was going to go get a bunch of green because this is Disneyland, right? This is supposed to be Disneyland, and so everything should be green and have flowers and walkways and ponds. And so I'm excited to do this. This whole section will be really bright and colorful. And here's my minifig that I used for my logo. Let's see if I have my logo. There it is. So I basically just created that logo and then downloaded a minifig, and I painted his helmet black. I thought the white faded in too much, but I don't know. I might go back to, maybe I'll change his helmet color every once in a while just to keep things interesting. So anyway, that's the update. Just wanted to share. It's the first building out of, maybe I've got 10 or 12. It'll go all the way up this this slope, and I think it's going to be really cool. And when the Hot Wheels cars are racing, it kind of will give it a very unique backdrop to the races. So I'll set up video cameras from all different kinds of angles, and all these Lego people and minifigs will be watching the races, and I can flip on the lights of all of them, or some of them, or none, just for a little bit of variety. And in the future, I've got a roller coaster and a Ferris wheel, all kinds of things. It just is getting me excited because it opens up the doors of possibilities. And I spent, 2 or 3 hours digging through Legos today, and I wouldn't have done that if I was just doing Hot Wheels. So it's brought my two favorite hobbies together, Hot Wheels and Legos, in the Lego Mountain Diecast Downhill Raceway. For now, Mr. Johns is out.